How do you do, and welcome back to some Peglin, the luckiest luck-based roguelike that you've ever seen. And today, I think we're gonna go with the Refilibuster. And if you didn't pause and read what the Refilibuster did, here's a second chance to look at it right here. Refilibuster, whenever the board is refreshed, deal damage to the targeted enemy equal to the number of pegs restored. So it's actually a very helpful relic to have, believe it or not, because now all these pegs that are taken away are just going to get refilled once we hit a refresh. If we hit a refresh, I should say. Refreshes are not guaranteed by any means. But I do want to thank everyone for the continued support and dedication and input, feedback, everything. The likes, comment, shares, subscribes. It is beyond a blessing to see them all and the consistent growth that we've had as a channel. I think I'm looking at the app right now. We just got 181 subscribers now. I think yesterday, our Funday Friday video was at... we were at, what was it, 175. So we've already gained 6 subscribers between now and then, or then and now. And I think there was a comment in there that was asking about the Doctorb. So here we go. I think, comment about how I will grab the Doctorb and I would share my feedback and input and opinions on the Doctorb. And I figured now's as good a time as any, since they did give it to us just now. The problem I have with the Doctorb, which I'm not going to throw it now, because here, the Doctorb deals no damage, heals you for each peg hit, and permanently removed from your deck after it is used. So let's not use it here, because we, for one, don't necessarily need the health. But for 2, if you upgrade the Doctorb, it is a permanent stay in your deck, which is pretty big, pretty helpful, having a consistent healing orb that can provide some health to you. But my issue with it is, even once you have that upgraded, so we'll upgrade it, now we have a healing orb in our deck that we can use to heal with, but it's a whole turn wasted to go for healing. And if you don't have any pegs on the board to heal with, so say this orb goes through here, clears it out, this next stone's gonna go through here, clear it out, say it doesn't hit this refresh. It did hit the refresh, but imagine that first stone would have cleared out this whole section over here. The second stone would have cleared out this whole section on the right side. Well, what am I going to do with the Doctorb? Where am I going to throw it? I mean, we got a refresh right here above it, but if it's just very situational, and I don't think it's kind of a wasted turn in most cases. Heal at the end of the fight, or get relics that improve healing. No need to waste one of your orb spots for some healing. I don't think it's gonna do that much beneficial to you. And then if I get it upgraded to level 3, it gets persist too, so I can throw the Doctorb. There's 2 Doctorbs that I can throw back to back. I'll just get the upgrade so I can show it to you guys, just for prosperity's sake. So that's kind of my opinion on the old Doctorb here. I feel like it's just kind of a waste. You throw it out there, ultimately you can't guide exactly where the stones or the orb is gonna go. So the orb could just hit 2 pegs, go straight down a gap all the way to the Netherland, and then you would get 0 healing from it. And so that's kind of where the Doctorb and I get a disconnection. It's just too variable with its outcomes, and it has no intrinsic value when it comes to doing damage. So we'll throw it out. Well, okay, it kind of popped off and hit a couple bombs there, and it healed me. Okay, yeah, there's that. But in the most part, I think you can kind of see where I was kind of going with it. It's just a orb that fills my deck and doesn't do any damage whenever we need orbs that do damage, especially whenever you get into the cruciball realm. You need as much damage as you possibly can because they're going to eat you alive. Even though you have healing here, that healing's not going to save your life whenever you're in a pinch. Well, we needed that crit for one. So here we go. We'll throw you out. 2 healing. That's all it did there. It's just, I just don't see the value. It's too much risk for too little reward. And Electromagnet, beautiful orb. Beautiful orb. I absolutely adore this new orb that they added. It's so good. Too strong. Definitely way too strong. It shouldn't be an orb. Keep it a relic, which it is a relic as well. If you didn't see 2 videos ago, I had it as an orb and I had a relic. They don't stack that I'm aware of. I wasn't actively looking to see if it stacked, but I do not believe they stacked whatsoever. But it was good to kind of see what the Electromagnet can do with it and to test and see how overpowered it is. And yes, looking back on it, I think the Electromagnet is a bit overpowered if you were to ask me, but $3-6, it does so much damage too. They added it to the game. It wasn't my opinion to add it to the game, so it is what it is. We are going to run with the idea of it though. I think I might push right here, get 2 question marks and do the elite fight. Decent. Now look, it's just gonna pop off. It's almost guaranteed almost 100 damage every time. Perfect. I don't know why this popped in my head, but I had a nice little meal with my parents not too long ago. I guess actually I say it was not too long ago. It was actually just today. I didn't really have dinner with them. I kind of just sat out. They had a nice fire and I sat out with them at the fire before I went home. And had a nice conversation with them. And my dad is in a fantasy football league at his work. And so I took a peek at it and come to find out this man had players on his roster that were free agents. They weren't signed to a team. Okay, this is exactly why the Electromagnet's overpowered. Exactly what we just witnessed there. We just 2-shotted this boss. It's just so strong. And then the sphere to top it off with the Pierce. Overhammer. Oh my lord. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, my dad, he's not big into football. I'm not big into football. Our favorite team growing up, which I got it from him, was the Patriots, just because the story behind it was his little league whenever he was a kid, their name was the Patriots. And so he found out it was a professional NFL team. And ever since then, we've been Patriot fans. Or he was a Patriots fan and he raised me to be a Patriots fan. And so that's how we became Patriots fans. But so you can judge me all you want for it. That's my reasoning for it. Not necessarily because they win a lot, or they did win a lot. Now that they don't have Brady, maybe they're not going to win so much, but that's beside the point a little bit. But I was taking a gander at his little fantasy football, and as I mentioned, he had a bunch of free agents. There are players that weren't even signed to a team at the time. And so he had them in the starting lineup. This man had these free agents that weren't assigned to a team in his starting lineup. Ugh. Which, if you know fantasy football, if you're not signed to a team, you're not producing any points. If you're not producing any points, you're going to lose. So I took it upon myself to change up his league a little bit, or change up his team a little bit, and make it to where he might even stand a chance this week. So now he has actual players that are doing actual points. So I'll be interested to see next week how his team did. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Every Monday nights, which this isn't a Monday night, this is a Friday night, so I went and hung out with him for a Friday night. Yeah, you can say I have no life, but I am engaged. So yeah, news break, I am engaged. So, and she's a nurse, so she works nights. I had nothing else to do, so I was gonna go spend it with my parents a little bit and have a drink with them and talk with them out by a fireplace. And I thought that was a good idea, and good thing I did, because my dad would have been screwed in fantasy football and he would have been a laughingstock at his office, which by the sounds of it, he was being made fun of because of having free agents on his team, which if he was in my workplace, he would probably get made fun of as well, just because you're picking up players that aren't even signed to a team to be on your roster. Oh man. But yeah, so I fixed it up. Maybe I'll fill you guys in on how he's done. I should find out next Monday. I think I'm recording this on a Friday night. So yeah, I got back to my desk and now I'm recording to finish out the day or the evening. Hacklin Satchel, not too impressed with it. Glorious Stuff Ring is pretty cool, but I don't have a Matry Orb Skirt to really make it to the best of its ability. Hacklin Satchel, I just don't want 2 extra orbs. Randomly upgrade. We grabbed the gift that keeps on giving way too much. So let's go ahead and grab the satchel. Might as well. We got some upgrades. We got 2 extra orbs. Maybe they're Pierce orbs. Maybe they're unique orbs. Maybe there's something that we could win with. We got an extra Electromagnet and we got a refresh orb that's maxed leveled. Not too bad of a move there. Money move. Our spheres are only Pierce ability, which I guess is okay. You being alive with 1 health kind of sucks. We do have Overhammer, I forgot. So I guess Pierce ultimately does not matter. Having 2 Electromagnets actually is going to be very helpful. I think I'm happy with our decision here. Yes, the gift that keeps on giving would have given us a little bit more damage in hindsight, but this is a-okay. Healing is kind of pointless. See, exactly right there. That's an orb I just wasted a round because of that orb. I can see the benefit from it, but are these mirrored? 1, 2 question marks, only 1 question mark that side. I can hit 3 question marks this side, so we'll go right. There is something I want to talk about. I don't know if I brought it up already in this video or not. You can get on to me if I have brought it up in this. Where was my... Did I do exactly a right amount of damage? Because it definitely did not overflow at all. Huh. I think I did plenty of damage to... But I don't know. Let's see if I can find the comment here. I don't think I've responded to it yet. But one of you lucky commenters said, by the name of Skydog, you said in reference to The Boys, the the Amazon original show The Boys. It's a superhero show based off of a comic book series that's kind of a make fun of, or a little more accurate, societal accuracy. Societal accuracy of what superheroes would actually be like. And so you said, Skydog, Homelander is 100% a villain. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much about the show because you guys might tune in and like it, enjoy the show, and I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I am going to answer that in the sense of, no, I do not believe Homelander is a villain whatsoever. And I say that because the show is representing what superheroes would actually be like in today's society. And I wouldn't put it past anyone that if they were so strong like Homelander, that they wouldn't act the same way. Yes, what he does isn't necessarily right, but it's his human instinct, his human personality that's leading him to that result or that behavior. It's not like he's out to make everyone else's life bad. He's just trying to make sure everyone likes him and everyone knows he's better than them, is ultimately what's going on there, by my understanding. So yeah, he doesn't do the greatest things sometimes, but I think it's just because that's his human nature. That's just how he was quote unquote raised. That's what he desires, his human desires. So yeah, I don't think he necessarily is a villain. To get to your point, I think he's just an anti-hero that knows he's better than most other people, and he's not afraid to show it and say it and make it a reality. Now, you might disagree with it, and those of you that have watched The Boys or thinking about watching The Boys, if you haven't watched The Boys yet, I would highly recommend at least giving it a shot, especially with how TV shows have been going here recently. There hasn't been really too many good TV shows here recently. Yeah, I am a big fan of like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, but House of the Dragon, there was a comment. Let's see if I can find the guy that commented too. Yes, David Shiwalol. I don't know how to pronounce the second word, but you said, P.S. House of the Dragon is kind of mid. And I have to agree with you. House of the Dragon is kind of mid. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not good. And whenever I say it's not good, it's not Game of Thrones good. Like, Game of Thrones just set such a high standard for that series that it would be almost impossible to actually match it, if you know what I mean. I am playing this horribly. We might actually lose here just because of how bad I am playing this. Finally, we got a refresh. Oh my lord. And you have 30 damage? Protected? Well, the bomb took it away. 130. My Electromagnets definitely did not work. Let's see if my Doctorb. Yes, I had my opinions on the Doctorb, but it looks like the Doctorb might have helped us out a little bit here. We don't need 2 Doctorbs, but hitting that refresh is probably going to be helpful. You heading all the way. I don't know how you're crossing the map like you just did. I needed you to stay on this side. Hit a crit, maybe? Perfect. Yes. Thank you, good sir. We'll go ahead and take that. An extra refresh or a pumpkin pie. 2 extra refreshes aren't bad. They're not good. Oh no, I'd even look. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we'll go this way, take on Elite. We don't need health for that final boss anyway. When you heal less. Okay. With this relic, Doctorb could be helpful if we're low on health, because whenever you heal lost damage, deal 3 times the recovered health as damage to the targeted enemy. If we have 50% health, we heal 50% times 3. That's 150 damage to everything, which is very, very helpful. Hit a crit, maybe? Well, I guess the crit doesn't really matter. It's 6/6. We do have Overhammer. Beautiful, got rid of the shield. You're supposed to hit that refresh. Kind of unfortunate. You're supposed to hit that refresh as well, but you hit that one, so this should be plenty of damage. That works. We'll go ahead and heal up. See if we can go down the middle. Yeah, we'll just throw this stone on out here. What on earth was that bounce, Mr. Stone? I think I'm forgetting how to throw on this map. I don't know how to throw on this map. Oh, that was good. Good work, good sir. Might as well as get max level everything. Perfect, we didn't lose any health. That is glorious. We're going into an elite fight, which is not bad. My throat is getting very dry. I could probably use a glass of water. I'm not used to talking so much here recently, especially with how much this channel is building up. I'm kind of a hermit in most cases. I just skipped my strongest orb. One of my strongest orbs, since I have 2 of these bad boys. Well, we missed the refresh, and I think that was user error, the fact that we missed that refresh. Okay. We're falling apart, and it's 100% due to me and my incompetence. If we lose health here, that's 100% my bad, and I apologize. Oh well, that works. We'll go ahead and we don't have any self damage for Bully Ball. Splatorb, maybe if we had the gift that keeps on giving, whenever you lose health, deal 2 damage 2 times that amount. Refreshive is not bad, but we have plenty of refreshes, I think. I think we'll do the Ring of Ignite of, what is that? Ring of Indignation? Okay, this should be big. all this damage going into this front guy, and the guy behind that just gets eaten up. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Okay. You should be able to pop off a little bit here. Electromagnet. Yeah. Almost 1,000 damage. Cruciball, refresh orb. Let's go ahead and throw you away from any crits, as the crits would just negate how much damage you're actually doing. You hitting a crit's actually big. Nice. I think we should be fine. We're not going to do it at like a record pace by any means, but we will at least take him out at the very least. We'll take him out. We will win this duel here. I wish I can go back to like 2017, 2018 and rewatch Game of Thrones like it was brand new to me, and get that whole experience again, the shock, the awe, the excitement, the stress, the anxiety of like what's about to happen. You see a character that you might really like, that something's about to dramatically change in their whole future and whole storyline. That's what I'm excited for, and I'm really holding out for really holding on to what is it, the House of the Dragon, to really pick up on that too. But the more I watch it, we're 4 episodes in, I don't see it happening. I don't see it doing great. I don't see it. Maybe it will pick up. Maybe I'm just doubting it, but I'm really hoping for it and I'm rooting for it because I love that series and I love that universe that they have there, and I would love to see it succeed. But they're gonna have to change something to make it really succeed, and they're gonna have to change it quick, because what they have going on right now is extremely boring. Extremely. And I have a few friends that really like... I'm going to grab the Splatorb. I am going to grab the Splatorb. I have a few friends that kind of like the House of the Dragon, and they did watch Game of Thrones, so they don't have like that same bias and same opinions as I do in the sense of comparing the two. But they had the audacity to say that it's because this one is so politically driven, and that's why I'm not interested into it and doesn't have as much action. I would like them to go back and rewatch Game of Thrones, and until the end, whenever the show really got kind of quote unquote bad, not necessarily bad, but not as good, is whenever they brought on all that action. It's that political, that drama that's going on, like what's gonna happen. And I didn't even think that's a possibility of what's gonna happen. That's what made it so exciting. But that's what's lacking with good old House of the Dragon. They don't have that aspect to it. It's just, I don't know. I do hope for the best for it, and it's just not the same as original Game of Thrones. Yes, I can see the drama that they're trying to start with it, but it's just, I don't know, it's too expected. What's happening is too expected. You want to know that unexpected, but not like the too unexpected to where it's like, that doesn't make any sense. It's that unexpected to where it's, I didn't think of that, but that makes perfect sense. That Game of Thrones was doing. Game of Thrones did that to they did it to perfection, I would have to say. It sounds like I'm losing my voice a little bit here. And it kind of feels like I'm losing my voice. My throat is kind of hurting a little bit. So bear with me as I am fighting through this pain. I do really want to fight this elite. Somehow we can get to, oh, well, I don't want to take health from it. There we go. 68 health points going into an elite. We have pretty good orbs. We don't have many relics. We'll take the heals, I guess. And look at this. We're taking all this healing. And unfortunately, we're just taking damage. See, that's just what it is. It is what it is with that Doctorb. It's kind of what I don't like about it. Yeah, we healed, yes, we did, but we just gave them free opportunities to smack us, essentially. It's not... I don't know if that health was really that valuable in that specific scenario, but I don't know. It is what it is. Don't hit the crit, please, and we'll be happy. Oh, you hit the crit. That just dropped our damage like by 200. Or actually, divided it in half. 50% since basic damage was 4 pegs. We'll apply some rub orb to this, or splat orb. We'll infect everything with our infectious disease that we have. Look at this. This is what happens whenever you're sick. This is what the virus is doing in your body. Just spreading it across all your cells. And eventually it just fills up your whole entire system and you're sick. You got a fever with your body trying to kill it all off, but it's just spreading until your white, I think it's your white blood cells that come in and take care of it all. If I remember school correctly, it's your white blood cells. Okay, pop off, queen. You are... Well, if you're curious on what this map looked like, this is kind of what the map looks like, and we're building up a lot of speed here. Oh, Splatorb, you're doing quite well. I kind of have a sneeze coming along, so bear with me if I mute for a second. Oh, I'm not muted yet, but I do have this sneeze going. Oh. Hit another refresh. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Is this gonna go infinity? This is just gonna keep going. Got rid of my sneeze at least. I don't know if it got rid of my sneeze or my sneeze just left me. Well, I would say we have no threat here of... If you're ever curious on what this map looked like, this is a good representation on what this map looks like. Beautiful work. We'll go ahead and heal. Mental Mantle's cool, but Refreshing Punch is pretty cool as well. I think we'll take Refreshing... How are we going to do this? Well, this is exactly what the map looks like. So if you're ever curious, here's the map. You'll probably see it on the thumbnail. I'll probably make that the thumbnail because I never saw this map. And a lot of people use like Suffering or Splatorb to find it. Anyone ever use Splatorb? Didn't think about using Splatorb now, did ya? How did we do so much damage already? Dang, we popped off. Okay, calm down a little bit. I would not mind if you got wasted, so we can spawn them both in. Perfect, now drop. You're doing way too much damage here. We'll take the heals. We do have a Doctorb now. Since we did grab the Doctorb, we do have a Doctorb. I don't think we really got rid of any orbs, did we? 1, 2. We grabbed the Peglin satchel. Where'd our other stones go? I guess we might have already gotten rid of them. You scaled up so quick. Look how fast this thing's gonna scale up. Boom, it's already 500. Refresh orb. I don't think you'll scale up as quick. Yeah. But look at this. Watch this. Well, shoot. I don't want to hit a crit. Boom. Level's over. We'll heal for 20. That gets us at 100% health. We'll go ahead and push left, and maybe we can hit all these 2 elites here. All 2 of them. All 2 of these bad boys. Pocket sand, pretty mid, as they say. Duplicate a random orb, a stone level 3, not the greatest orb that you could have probably duplicated. Here we go. Let's see how much damage you do. Yeah, you're not as good as the old Splatty orb. You did do quite well, but not as good as the old Splatorb. Don't hit the refresh. I mean, don't hit the crit. I know I aimed at the crit. Okay, Splatty orb time. Let's see if this pops off just as much as it did last time. I don't think it will unless it finds its way to a refresh. Well, it found its way to a refresh. Oh my gosh, it is popping off. This, the refresh orb, I mean the Splat orb, this is what you need. This is why the refresh orb, I mean the Splat orb is one of my favorite orbs. Look at this. Oh, but it pooped out now. Wiped everything instantly, just like that. Refresher course. Yeah, I think refresher course with how much refreshes we have going on here. I think that'll work. The same elite fight, maybe? Same elite fight? Make it easy for us? Alright, with the Splat orb to start? Okay, you're just begging for a whooping. Hit the refresh, really get popping. Don't just fall here. Oh, you had your chance, Splat orb. Don't worry. The Electromagnet or Electromagnet, Electromagnet is going to carry it. Well, I mean, it did a decent job. Not as good as you possibly could have, but it did its fair share. I don't need a heal for whatever reason. Perfecto. Perfecto. Oh, perfect. Yes. I don't think I need another one of you. They really want us to get one of these two one of these two relics. I think we picked up the... Maybe we'll just do the puppet. Just because the puppet, that's a little extra health that we'll have. Don't have to worry about it. Well, it's okay that we used up all the red bomb kind of maps already. So there's that. Splatorb, pop off for me, queen. Oh, the Splatorb is so good. Boom. It's just so easy that way. Maybe we'll hit enough bombs to take care of this guy, and then... Well, actually, we'll hit no bombs. I'm sure this is going to hit all the red bombs now that we don't necessarily need bombs. Come on, just drop. We don't need you to stay alive. You did hit a red bomb. Gross. But 20% gets us full health. I think we're done with red bomb fights. I think that's all of them, if I weren't mistaken. Yep, it should have been all of them. What just happened there? Yeah, we're going to go for this little... Oh no, we didn't mark the... Well, I guess it's fine. We didn't do enough damage anyway. Why aren't you going back up? You're staying down. Which I guess it doesn't really matter if you stay up or down, but... Oh, that's nice. Look at all that damage. We have such a good build. Do you think our build's gonna be good enough for this final boss? I don't know if it will or not. Because honestly, this final boss is just... I don't know. Blows my mind, this final boss does. I do like the music for it. The whole... It kind of reminds me of, if you guys ever played Elder Scrolls Online, or even Elder Scrolls Skyrim, it kind of reminds me of that too. Not necessarily whenever the trumpets go, no, but the shouting of it. That kind of reminds me of it a little bit. But I did, on that point, I played so much Elder Scrolls Online that it's not even funny. I doubt you guys even heard of it, because at that time it was kind of a niche thing. Not many people played MMOs for the most part, but man, oh man, did I play that game so much. And it was so good. I played it with my brother and a buddy of mine that I grew up with. We played it so much. And on that point as well, Dark Souls. We played so much Dark Souls whenever it came out. Dark Souls 3, the third Dark Souls. This was back in college. We would play it, and at that time we all worked, well, I worked at a lumber yard, and I think I worked 2 jobs at that time. I worked at a lumber yard, as well as I worked at a fine dining restaurant. But it was like the summertime and college years, so didn't have anything going on really except for work. and I only worked on nights and weekends and stuff like that. And so we just binge played Dark Souls for days. We just kept playing it. I don't think we have a way to heal, so I think we're gonna die here. It's not enough to beat it. We did so well, just not well enough. We got very close, but this guy is very difficult for me. But thank you for tuning in. Please, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. You don't necessarily have to share, but subscribe and liking, and then commenting down below any feedback that you have, or if you just want to say hi, leave it down below. I love just the interactions with you guys and talking with you. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.